Hi everybody, I'm Kyle.
And I'm
not.
Look at these people. You know their names by now, right? You should. This is Community Comments. We are back with doing weekly community comments. This is the first one of 2019. Surprised they're not on the website like we said they were going to be. They are, but they're also still on the YouTube channel because we decided it made more sense to use them to advertise the website, and also the website has not been put up yet. Starting with Spider-Man hurtily working, as Allison typed it on this paper.
Why would you tell him that? That was just for us.
Callion2306 says, "Nice Easter eggs. I see your Superhero Cops episode, Straight Man, and a jab at the people who think this has continuity all in the paper. Okay, now if anyone needs me, I'm pinning this to my wall of the DMKCU. I don't know what that means.
Keep reading.
It's a Door Monster kind of connected. Oh, Door Monster kind of connected universe.
This is actually about the newspaper jab.
Right, yeah, no, it's a thing that we do at anything Spider-Man related because we did it at the end of the first one, and now we keep doing it. There's not actually a logical reason for doing it. It's just we just don't stop doing things once we start doing them.
It reminds me of the I think it's like the second episode of White Noise ever, which was Spider-Man is Weird, where you talk about going to New York and actually seeing Spider-Man on the front page of the New York Times because of the musical, and then I get into this whole story about how Spider-Man birthed himself, and don't listen to it, it's bad.
Aaron Glanzer says, "Great sketch, but honestly though, the most hilarious part was reading the newspaper at the end."
So
that
the
was
thing
like
with-
70% of our comments.
Just all newspaper related.
There was a lot of them.
The first time I did it, I was making the effect at like 2 a.m., as I do, getting the video finished, and realized if I didn't type every word into that newspaper, someone was going to notice. Because people were going to pause the video and they were going to read the freaking newspaper. So at 2 a.m., I had to come up with like 4 different newspaper articles and design this entire newspaper graphic in Photoshop. Because people were going to stop it and read it.
This comment is from Random Face. "It's odd how Spider-Man chooses to go after pigeons when the city is a giant turf war between the scariest mafia in existence, mechanized super soldiers, and escaped convicts."
See, I don't think that's weird at all. I walked outside and I see that on my front doorstep. Hell yeah, the pigeons are what I'm going after.
I'm so happy with how that game turned out.
Yeah.
It was everything I ever wanted it to be, and that so rarely happens that someone pulls off something that perfectly.
So
and it was just perfect in every possible way, even down to the fact that I could go hunt down pigeons while the city is burning around me. That was just like classic Spider-Man game. I couldn't have wanted anything
All of the
else.
character depictions were great. All of the it was everything I wanted in Spider-Man, except now I need the sequel. From Door Monster. Hey, that's us.
What?
We learned about Stan Lee's passing only an hour after posting this video. He was responsible for some of our favorite characters, including Spider-Man. His creations have had a profound influence on our own work. May his memory live on forever through his stories and through the stories of those he's inspired. Yeah, we accidentally posted a Spider-Man video the day Stan Lee died, which was correct, I guess. It was nice. I saw a lot of people in the comments who said that it was helpful to them, so I'm glad that was
most people
nice
were happy about it.
Yeah.
Some people accused us of killing him. But
Listen,
Really?
most people were happy
You didn't
about
include that on the community comments?
I don't want to put this in like to our SEO too much or anything, but if bad or objectionable videos involving Spider-Man killed Stan Lee, he would have died a long time ago.
From D&D Character Creation, Zotrax Gonna Yank Up says, "Your first PC. I am a human fighter trying to make a living. Your 46 PC. I am a penguin sorcerer from the past who must now save the future to go back to the past and take vengeance on those who have banished me."
Yeah, I feel this real hard.
Yeah.
Especially since I always DM, so I'm like by the end of a module, like my final bosses they're real weird. I had one that was just like a guy who was a clone of himself who kept trying to perfect himself.
Conspiracy Theorist with T says, "Are we supposed to disagree with the barbarian dude?"
No, you weren't really supposed to do anything, actually. It was just a fictional conversation between 2 fictional human beings, and no agenda was being pushed through the video whatsoever.
Kyle, I know you hate backstories. I know that's what this whole point was.
You're hurting the backstory people's feelings again with your sarcasm.
It's me. I'm the backstory people.
Kyle, how many videos have you put out specifically with an agenda?
1. It was triggered, and the agenda was to make everyone who had ever pointed out how wrong we were about guns angry, and we succeeded. The only actual difference on this video from any other video is that we wrote and produced the entire thing in 1 day. We just wanted to kind of see if we could do it. It turned out pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, it was great.
It got a pretty good amount of views. It did pretty well. For some reason, though, It bothered people.
The expected pattern is that the straight man is reacting to absurdity. In this case, the absurdity is that Ethan comes with a backstory.
Oh,
so
I see.
So it wasn't really the straight man, wacky man dynamic. It was more like I'm playing D&D this way, let's get you started, and he's playing D&D this way. He's already... It's just an alternate take that just happened to be perceived along common lines.
D12 plus C. Rolling is an inferior method of generating stats in D&D. Stat array, only way. Fight me for internet street cred.
Is this a poem? Is this a poem?
I will give you my actual thoughts on this in a line-by-line breakdown. Rolling is an inferior method of generating stats. Yes. Stat array is the only way. Wrong. I actually really like how the Pathfinder 2nd edition playtest does this, or Starfinder. It's sort of like a very gentle point buy. Like, the problem with point buy is when people get good at point buy, when they realize how to make point buy work, it's basically just stat array from Jorm de Smit. And that's why you don't annoy the DM. Otherwise, he might at least have gotten a roll a fort save. Then again, Constitution of a Hedgehog. Did spikes on a hedgehog contribute to fort? Like, it's
I just
sort of
picked
like
it
how...
because it was an animal that had a fortitude of 6, so I was just implying that he had a low one.
It's like, if
That's what I
both
thought, too.
smooth talkingness and beauty both apply to charisma, like, surely not being touched and being able to be touched really hard both contribute to fort, right? Hedgehogs have like a fort of like 15. I ain't poking that.
That means if you're really gross, you should have a higher fortitude.
Yes, there's this monster called the Atugir. And its whole deal is it's an intelligent species that likes to barter. It smells awful and has open weeping sores.
Oh.
And you can make a Atugir hide armor that sickens anybody who comes near you.
No.
I forget
What does
the
it do
main
to
point.
you?
Oh, you're
while
fine.
you're wearing
You're fine, because you're a terrible slob who wears a Atugir armor.
We are currently at Night Watch. That's where we're recording this because we just finished recording an episode of Altered Egos, which comes out in a few weeks.
I told
It's
you!
actually happening.
I told you we get back to it! This is close to getting back to it. It's a bit different. You'll see it's good.
We also will be doing a fan meetup here at Night Watch Games next month. We mentioned it once a little while ago. It's going to be on February 9th? Is that right?
February 19th?
No, it's earlier than that. It was like the first Saturday or something. I'll put the actual date on the screen, whether we're saying it correctly or not. And there's also a link in the description to a Facebook page where you can confirm whether or not you're going, just so we have an idea of how many people are coming in.
It is the night.
It is the 9th. Okay, cool. February 9th, we are going to be having a game day here at Night Watch. It's the same place that we filmed the Tavern video, and everybody's going to be here. We're going to have, like, most of the Doremaster crew. Matlock and Caesar both said they were coming. I think Ricky's bringing Renee from Fate and the Fable Maidens, which is a D&D podcast. We're back to YouTube, and I'm excited.
And we're going to be delirious the whole year long.
Allison's already out of it.
It's not going to stop, and it's going to be like this the whole way. So,
I'm going to say this again. We'll see you next Friday.